YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, my name is Simone, and I just want you to know you are part of the most fun family here on YouTube. You know why? Because you get everything, right? If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You will not regret it, I promise, okay? So today's video was supposed to be about my personal statement and how I got into graduate school. However, I figured the deadline for that might have already passed. So if you still need like help or how to start or what it should sound like, just drop it in a comment and I'll be more than happy to record that video for you, right? So today's video, which is a more pressing issue, is how to gain your self-confidence. And I know that you think you had an idea because you like, yeah, I watched all these TikTok videos and they talking about, you gotta walk. I lied, let me just reel it back. So in order for you to gain your self-confidence, you need to walk like this or talk like that or dress like this. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to put yourself in debt in order for you to be confident. Like, confidence should not be attached to anything substantial, because whatever you attach it to can be snatched away and boom, there goes your self-confidence. That's not it. That is a misconception. It is a myth. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And I am not here to argue with people because the American beauty standards, child. Let me tell you something. Beauty comes from within. Okay? And how you gonna sit there and say, oh, you need to do all this in order for you to be confident or in order for you to find yourself when you really don't know who you are? Literally, psychology tells you that you really are not fully developed until you're age 25. Most of us are almost at that threshold, and I know that we have daily interactions with people who are older than that threshold, and they still kind of have some kind of like undeveloped behavior that shows you that they're really not mature and they're not confident and they're still trying to find themselves among things, and it's wrong. Okay, so I have had my fair share of bullying in school and just in regular life, right? I have a really big forehead, and I used to always say, oh well, so does Rihanna. And even though I have that statement on auto response, I kind of did feel some type of way. Like, I came to the US when I was 12 years old, and I started off in the 8th grade, right? So I was the Caribbean girl with a really bad accent and just like cornrows going back and, you know, like a flip phone. And granted, everybody had a flip phone around that time, but for me, it was just kind of like, oh, like, you know, like people wanted to stay away from me in that aspect. So I got into high school, and the first high school that I went to, I was kind of like with 2 other girls, and like no one would come my way. Like, you would always hear success stories with girls and dating the most like, you know, pretty or popular guy, and no one would approach me like ever. And so I kind of considered like going to the other team, and that's a whole other story. But consider going to the other team all because I was trying to, you know, I don't know why. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was really deep down insecurity and like no self-confidence, and it is attributed to a lot of, you know, extraneous factors that I have no control over, like, you know, my culture, background, the fact that I was dark skinned, and the fact that I didn't have really long hair. As you can see now, I got the government's hair in my head, and that's the only thing that is not mine on me right now, right? And you know, like girls, they would take off their wigs and everything, and they'll be like, oh well, hang time, you know, take pictures with themselves or whatever, just to show you that they have something under the wig. And I'm like, oh well, damn, you know, my hair is really short, and as much as I don't want to, I kind of did like attach my self-confidence or my value to the fact that I have short hair. And because I didn't have that much hair, then I'm bald-headed and ugly. And I didn't nip it in the butt right there and then, because I really didn't understand what it was. And then I got older and realized that I'm lost. I'm lost. I am insecure. I am, you know, jealous of other girls who, you know, kind of appeared to have it all together. And I know I ain't the only one, so don't even, you know, try to make it seem like you don't be having them thoughts or feelings, because I know you do. Because God wouldn't put this video in my spirit for me to do right now so that you can sit there and say, oh, I don't got that kind of problem, because you do, okay? And continuing the story, I went on to college, and peer pressure became a monkey. I want to say a monkey on insecurity, a monkey on needing to belong, a monkey on trying to find myself within like a group or something. And it just started to become really, really worse. I started to try to live up to other people's expectation and just neglecting who I am or what I could be. Like, you know, the Bible tells you that God formed you in your mother's womb. He even said, like, before the beginning of the world, I knew you. So if God knew me, why would I try to find myself in the midst of other people who are still trying to get to know me and I don't even know who I am? If that makes sense. Like, he's the ultimate one. That's the source. That's the answer, right? Why would I try to find myself in a group of girls who are also trying to find themselves? And that's how we get lost. Like, a lot of people are not who they are because they are constantly attaching their self-confidence or self-worth or sense of beauty in something and in some people. Like, it doesn't even have to be a boy. Like, it could just be your friend that you have really high expectations in your head and you feel like you have to be a certain type of way or talk a certain type of way or dress a certain type of way so that you can be accepted. Like, that right there is dangerous. Do you know how many people are doing that now, latching on to others and trying to find a sense of who they are? Like, so I broke away from the group, and right now I like to label myself friendless, and now it's really hard for me to find a friend because I'm on Bumble trying to like swipe left and swipe right for my preferences in order to, like exhibit that new me, the new me who is now confident, now trying to find, some other people who can compliment me and who I am and accept me for who I am and just kind of live all together and just iron sharpening iron together. So rule number one on how you can gain your self-confidence, honey, is by cutting off anybody or anything you feel like have a very strong hold on you. For example, you think you have a best friend or friend, right? And then every time they say do something, you don't think about it, you just jump. Dangerous. Cut them off. Sorry. Another friend you have that's constantly criticizing you and telling you how you need to improve this, you need to improve that. Oh, you look good, but I agree with you, but cut them off. Don't need them right now. You need to find yourself, and they're influencing you. If you are sitting there asking people to make the decisions for you, the person you asking to make the decision for you, cut them off. I got all day. Cut them off. Not healthy. Actually stealing, not, I wish a lot of people understand this concept, right? If you allow people to make your choices for you, you know what you're doing? You're giving up the power to choose and refuse. Yes. And even though it seems very small right now, asking people, oh, hey, can you pick something on the menu for me? Oh, hey, can you pick my outfit for me? Oh, hey, giving up the power for you to choose and refuse, that plays a very tremendous role as you progress through life, because you start to be just like the ocean, swing, have no control over nothing. And that's dangerous because God gave us all what? The power of choice. Absolutely. So watching Instagram and you see someone that you know or some celebrity or something like that, and you start to feel like there is a feeling that you get in your heart of, damn, I wish I had that, or damn, I wish I looked like that. Delete the app, unfollow the person, mute the story. I'm telling you, it's healthy. It's gonna help your mental health. Yes, because and I'm not into body shaming. If you want to get surgery to enhance whatever you want, that's fine. I'm just saying, when it comes to me, I don't want God to miss me because I don't look how He put me on earth, child. So can I tell you that you don't need cosmetic surgery in order for you to be confident or accepted or loving yourself? Nothing on you is imperfect. Everything on you is intentional. Like, God made you that way. So you really don't need no addition or subtraction. Hell, if you want to wear wigs and weave, that's fine, because that's what I do. Stop allowing people on the internet to tell you that, oh yeah, after their surgery they feel so much confident and that they're very happy with their bodies. BS. Because one thing I know is that if you're looking at your body and you find an imperfection and you fix the imperfection, another imperfection will flare up, and then you will constantly find yourself in a never-ending cycle of wanting to fix things on you that's not perfect, and you will never, and I mean never, find that kind of satisfaction or perfection all because we're in the wrong place. You can change a million things on the outside of you, but what you cannot change is the condition of your heart, because that right there deserves some real alone time, some real cleaning out time, some real purging, some real seeking the face of God to tell you what the hell you need to fix so that you can live a fulfilled life. Isolation. Yep, I said it. Isolation. Absolutely. That means taking time apart from your friends and family so that you can do some real soul searching. And let me tell you something. It seems very easy. Yes, it does. It seems very easy. It seems like, I could do that. I could just shut down the world and just kind of focus on finding me. No, it ain't easy. You know why? Because a lot of people are afraid to face themselves. When Michael Jackson said he's looking at the man in the mirror and asking him to change his ways, he knew what the hell he was talking about. Absolutely, because we as humans, we don't like to be alone. We don't like to hear our thoughts, because then it might actually force us to see that we're not really as good as a person as we think that we are, or we're not really as confident as we think that we are, or we're not really that important as we think we are. And I hate to break it to you, but this thing called life is a really complicated phenomenon, and as you go on, as you progress, you start to realize it's really not about you. You're just, I don't want to say a pawn because it sounds really negative, but you're just a piece of a very, very big puzzle. Because think about it, right? You are a child, you get catered to. You become an adult, you start doing the catering when you get married. Then you have children, then you have to cater to them. And then that's a whole cycle of when they grow up, and that's a whole lot of years that go on in between, and then you die. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's not about you. It's about you being equipped enough to like pour into a new generation and kind of find the meaning of life and all of that. So it's really difficult, and that's why what I'm telling you right now is important. You need isolation. You need to sit down by yourself. Well, I don't want to say sit down by yourself, because I'm making it sound like it's a one-day thing, and it's not. It's like literally practice make perfect. It's routinely. Like, you have to routinely be able to pull away, right? Take breaks, mentally refresh, take a look at yourself, take a look at your actions, evaluate your life, and see what you're doing, what's been working, what has not been working, and how you need to, kind of come to terms with having a healthy relationship with yourself. Like, I hate to say this, but a lot of us hate ourselves. Yeah, we do. We hate ourselves because some of the choices that we make really just comes on one impulse. 2, it's influence. That's why you need isolation. And 3, just life. And as a result, you don't deal with it. You just keep going thinking that, it's going to get better as it goes. Like a damn bruise, it's just going to heal up by itself. And that's not it, because sometimes you really do disinfect the area that you get bruised in so that it can heal properly, right? Otherwise, you're going to have a scar, or like people with keloid skin, you have a really big scar and it stays there for the rest of your life. And that's what happens if you don't take care of what God gave you, which is you, and isolate to evaluate. Exercising your power to say no and not give an explanation, because why? You don't have to. Can you come into work today?
No.
We're kind of short-staffed.
No.
Can you take your vacation early?
No.
No. And I'm sorry for using just work references, but those are the only things that came to mind. But no. I said no. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Just no. Okay? Exercising your power to say no. Let me tell you something. You don't have to say yes for everything, okay? You are, I don't even know how to say this. You are so sophisticated in the way that you were made, okay, that you have the power to choose and refuse. Here we go again with number 1, right? Choosing and refusing. And you can say no. You don't have to say yes for everything. You know that, right? And if you didn't know, now you know. Hey, you know very well what you could be, right? Let me tell you a little something. You don't have to say yes to everything. Don't be a yes man. Don't say yes to things you know damn well deep down that you do not agree with. You know why? It's gonna cost you in the end, because you're not going to just say no to this. You're gonna go on through life, and you're gonna keep saying yes to things that you do not agree with. You also have the power to change your mind. Drum roll. You have the power to change your mind. Like, you don't want it no more. I changed my mind. I can do that. You know why? Because this is my life and I changed my mind. Okay, yes, we're dating, and yes, I said that this is okay in the beginning because I really didn't understand that you can take it from here all the way to China, right? And so I'm changing my mind. I don't want to be in a situation no more. Yes, I said for better or worse, but I didn't know worse was you beating on me. So what? I changed my mind. Divorce me now, right? Yes, I said I was gonna do things beyond my job description, but what I did not say was that y'all was gonna be using and abusing and slaving me. So yes, I quit. I changed my mind, and that's it. That's it. You ain't got to give no explanation. You don't have to say, well, the real reason why I really don't want to be with you is the fact that you no, you ain't got to give nobody no explanation. You know why? Because you are you, and you have the power to say no, and you have the power to change your mind, and that's it. That's it. Okay? Don't be stingy when it comes to treating yourself. I'm not saying go out there every week when you get your paycheck and blow it, because that is super irresponsible. And if irresponsibility is something that you have to work with when you look yourself in the mirror, that's okay. But I'm talking to queens who have responsibility as self-control, right? And is not treating themselves because they feel bad about the responsibility that they have in the house, and that, you know, so many things are going on, and I have to feed my kids, I gotta get this for them, I gotta get that for them, and that's what I'm saying. You caught up in your children, you don't even know who you are, right? You caught up in your housework, you don't even know who you are. You caught up in your school work, you don't even know when to take a break. Listen, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Don't be Jack. Okay, so you have to, you know, be lenient with yourself, treat yourself, you know, take yourself out sometimes. Every day is a day worth celebrating, and I learned that concept not too long ago. Yeah, I have hella responsibilities, and they hella expensive, but let me tell you something. If I'm not here, who gonna take care of the responsibilities, honey? I have to be right up here. My mom, girl, bye. I have to be right up here and feeling good in here in order for me to handle my responsibilities and not allow it to be a stressor. Okay, honey? So with that being said, I'm going to go out. Yes, I am. I'm going to buy myself nice things, nice shoes, nice bags, nice, you know, watches, rings, jewelry. I'm going to shower myself. Because why? I deserve it. And you deserve it too. Do you know how hard you work? And don't let nobody downplay the fact that you work. Listen, if you're working a minimum wage job, or you working 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week, you still work. And I'm pretty sure you have a lot of stuff to do on top of the work that you actually get done. So, baby girl, treat yourself. Okay? It's beautiful. Without the cosmetic surgery, without the ideology, or trying to keep up with American beauty standard, which we never will, because it's constantly fluctuating and it's unrealistic. Hello, can we be real for a second? And just be you. Be beautiful. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I always say perfection is based on perception. If you perceive something as perfect, nobody can tell you otherwise. And just formulate your own opinions. Like, you are sophisticated. You're blessed. You are, like, amazing. You are filled with abundant joy and love and laughter and happiness. Like, I just wish you would see the blueprint that God used when he made you. And it's not imperfect. It's not sad. It's not depressed. It's not insecure. It's not confident. It's exactly the opposite if you think about it. But I hope this video helps you, because I genuinely believe that God put it in my spirit for me to get it out to you. And if you are a girl, yeah, sister. And if you're a guy, kind of just tweak a little bit of stuff, and it applies to you too, because I don't know, in the world that we're living in, it's just, everything is so, like, it's complicated. It's complicated, it's complex, it is wrong, it is manipulative, it is gaslighting, it is a whole bunch of factors that go into why you shouldn't learn who you are, because the American system already has it set up for you. And I refuse to be stigmatized. I refuse to be part of the consensus of black women who couldn't figure it out, or is failing, or is on the down slope, or it's just weird, you know. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video. Bye bye.